Please come. అదొకసారి ముందు నా మాట వినపడుతుందో లేదో చెప్తారు. Let's start the session. Can you try to take this one? G1కి ఎవరు వెళ్ళలేదంట ఇప్పటి వరకు. Dear students, am I audible now? మరి ఒక్క నిమిషం. Okay. In this today's session, what we are going to do here, till now, are covered total courses module implementation, adding course to the database, on the admin side, as well as bulk hosting, as well as those modules belongs to, some of the modules belongs to admin side, some of the modules belongs to user side. So like that, it will be there, right? So whenever after logging in logged, we have to display that particular user related modules only, right? So whenever admin, as an admin, if you logged in admin side modules only, it has to display, right? Okay, so that's why what I'm going to do. So we will do that login and log out as well as sessions in the at the end, because first of all we have to cover the functionality. So once we completed it, then I will go with the login, log out as well as the registration module, right? So that's why here what I want to do at the admin side, whatever modules we want to show, those modules first of all we are going to implement. Admin side already, as per the discussion already occurred in the previous two sessions. Okay, admin side generally courses module, faculty module, print module, attendance module, like that different modules will be there, right? So already courses module completed. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to implement this faculty module here. To implement this faculty module, before implementing this faculty module, what I want to do, I want to create a separate layout which contains a nav bar, and on that nav bar I want to place these particular links. Okay, so that means I'm going to provide some React routing concept. Once I created that React routing, and then I will add this route, and then I will implement this particular faculty route. Client side, first of all, see, till now, I think how many of you created the project at the client side as well as at server side, I don't know. But anyhow, if anyone is not yet created, everyone must create the application, React application at the client side, create one React application, name, any example I am taking, student management, and we create it in the terminal directly, create a C. If you already created, not a problem. But in my system, actually, it is not there. Why? Because yesterday and day before yesterday, actually, SAR was taken, right? So that code already he was shared to me. So I will add that code to my application. So that's why create a React app, and then I will use the name called SMS, right? So this is step everyone must do it at any location. For example, here in my system, in the D directory 23, 24, where I'm creating will be one folder. So under this skill week only, I'm going to create my client application. Okay. So this client application here, I'm going to open this folder, skill week folder. Inside skill week folder, here I'm opening Visual Studio Code. Already these steps already you know from the beginning of your MSWD class, right? Okay. Okay. So anyhow, and then you must open the terminal. From the terminal directly you can create. Make sure your internet connection must be there, otherwise it is not possible to create. Here I am creating in the skill week folder npx create a React app space SMS. SMS is my client side application. If there is proper internet connection, it will be created. very quickly. Already that name already there as per their rules, naming restriction. Student management. This is my project. Direct name I am giving. Okay. Why? So basic rule, don't use any capital letters. That's why it is not accepted. Okay. So everyone create this project. It will take some time. Meanwhile, you will see the required packages at client side. So okay. So what are the required packages needed for the client side? Actually, see here we are going to work with the client server architecture, right? So at the client side, must and should we are going to work with the React routing. So that's why first package React router DOM is required. As well as if you are using Metal UI, must and should MUI is also needed. If you are going to work with any icons, so material icon also required. Okay, na? And at the same time, we are going to connect with MongoDB database to fetch the data, right? For that, we need Axios also required. Okay, na? So till now You just remember minimum these are the packages are needed. That's why you must install it. Once you created your project, you must install it with the help of a command called npm space I. So how can we install the above packages? Using npm install command. Already you know that, right? So everyone created. This is about a client side environment. But here, by working with React routing, what are the main modules required actually here? Here we in the React router DOM module, we must have the objects like browser router, route, route, link, nav link. So these are all very useful objects, right? So using these particular objects only, we are going to work with the React routing. But whenever we are working with React routing, the first step, what is the step followed? What is the first step? We must add browser router object or component, whatever it is, in index.js file. Okay, we must add browser router component in index.js. Okay, anyhow, now in my system already it was created successfully. Happy hacking means your project created, right? So now what I'm going to do, see, first, once you created one project, you must navigate to that project. Change directory, cd space SMS. Okay, SMS created. So if you start the project, by default, whatever code they have implemented under app.js, it will be rendered here, right? So that's why what I'm doing here. So first of all, open that app.js file. App.js file, whatever they have given under div tag, doing that header. Once I removed, it will give some warning because putting some logo. That is default statement. You can remove that. Okay, now it will be compiled successfully. Now come to the browser, nothing is there. Now what I want to do, I want to apply some React routing. So that's why, so first stop the execution by typing Control C. Okay. So now what are the required packages? All those better to install at the beginning itself. So while writing or while typing the code, whatever package is required at that time also you can install it, not a problem. But now here I am installing npmi React router DOM as well as what I needed Axios, and at the same time what I needed Okay, first of all, I am installing these two only. So npm I react hyphen router hyphen dom as well as axios. Okay, na? Okay, just press enter. Okay, so successfully done. Once it is done, now we check the package.json file. The package.json file, whatever packages you already installed, router dom as well as axios, both was installed successfully. Okay, na? So if you want to install our MUI, material UI, MUI.com, right? Material UI will be there. Here in the installation, directly they will provide the statement to install it, right? You just copy it from here, yes, press enter, it will be installed. After that, what we need to do? We need some the components. You can find the icon, icon. There is icon. Here icons will be there. You want to use any icons? Hmm. Here only npm install. So this also you can copy. Once it is done, yeah, that is successfully done. And then paste it. So material icons also it will be installed. It will take some time. So anyhow, once it is done, okay, all types of dependencies will be there in the package.json file. Now, what I told, while working with the React routing, the first step we need to open this index.js. In this index.js, first we need to import that browser router component, right? So import, you just type import. Here you can find out as a second option import statement. So it will take like this. First, from where we need to import that browser router, the module name is React router dot. So select, then here I am typing browser router. Once you imported this browser router, now total app, whatever output we are going to generate in this particular project, that must be work under your routing concept. So that's why we added this browser router in the index.js file. This is the starting point. You know that, right? So here we have to add this begin tag and end tag. So you must wrap your app component inside browser router. Okay. So this is the first step you have to do this. What I did, so first imported browser router component from React router down in the index.js file, and then there is an app component will be there, right? So this app component you must wrap it inside browser router. Very, very important. Okay. So this is the first step. Okay. Once it is done, what we have to do? So what is my aim? I want to maintain some routes, right? So those routes will be executed based on your links. Without a link, you cannot navigate to any route. That is very important. That's why here at admin panel, what I want to do, I want to maintain one navbar. So on that navbar, whatever modules I want to provide at admin side, I want to keep it on that navbar using some links. Okay. So once the links will be added, those links will map with a specific route, what I configured under app.js. Routes always will be there in the app. Links always will be there in the navbar. Understand? Remember. So that's why what I want to do. So now any project where implementation, we must keep the components in a separate folder. Okay. So app will be there outside of that components folder. That's why here component, okay, components folder. Under components folder, I'm going to create a navbar component. Any component starts with a capital letter. That is the naming convention. This is so navbar. It's a React functional component. You add some extension in the this particular VS code. You just type RFC. You will get React functional component directly. It's a shortcut. Okay, otherwise you need to write total changes like this. Like for text. Otherwise you will get like RFC. Okay. So anyhow, on this navbar, what I want to do, I want to keep some the React router now two different what are the things using link tag we can maintain the link as well as using a nav link also. But there is a difference. Okay, na? But there is a difference. What is the difference? I will show you. Okay, after adding the link. But here I am not going to use normal link. Here I am going to use nav link. Here in the div tag, here I am using nav. It's a property actually. Okay, you can use it. For this now I am giving some class. Why I am giving this class? I want to maintain some color, background color for this nav. That's why. Okay. So you can give any class name, not a problem. This is my nav tag. So in this nav tag, I'm going to use tag called nav link. Is that nav link which is available under React router DOM module. So press enter, it will be imported. Make sure it must be there in the import statement. Without import, you cannot use it, right? So nav link. Okay. So nav link, the attributes must and should to. So Actually, for this two, generally we will provide for home page. First link generally we will use home page, right? Home page always accessible by using the path called slash empty. Okay. Whenever in the URL from localhost colon port number slash, just slash, it will open home page, right? So that's why two. Okay. So what I'm going to use it here. So first one home. Okay. One for now. Two equal to slash some courses. Yesterday already you completed this module, right? This is one of the route. And then one more level is 2 equal to, here I am using some faculty module. So that's why here I am doing faculty. Okay. So, and one more module also I want to add it. 2 equal to some 2. So these are the modules I want to maintain at admin side. So that's why I'm going to create this. But here, one more important, here what I'm using, class name equal to some primary nav. So using this class, so this particular color, whatever nav bar, it has to be occurred for total application, right? So total application related CSS, where we can write it under index dot CSS. So here you must write it from CSS. Okay, so what CSS? Just now one class I added. How can we represent a class? Dot. What is that class name? Primary. So in total application, wherever there is a class with the name called primary now, okay, for those tags, it will be applied whatever styles I'm giving here. So here I'm giving background color. Here I'm giving some background color. You can use whatever colors it is showing here, you can use it. Otherwise, okay, otherwise you can use either RGB also. For example, any RGB of red percentage, some red percentage I want to take some line, okay, green percentage, green, extra green I want to add it, so that's why 196. You know what is the range? Okay, 256. Here also 256 maximum range. Here also 256. So blue also 134. Any number, random number I am giving, but red color, less red color, less green, more green. Blue is when compared to green, it is something like. But due to these values, it will display here itself what type of color you are getting. You can keep on change the values and you will get your required color. Okay, combination colors. This background color I want to provide as well as, okay, only background color I was given. Just keep it as it is. Now what I want to do, see, first of all, I created one nav bar with some nav link and I modified some background color for the nav bar. Okay, and index.js I added a browser router, and then in the app.js, here I am using, I want to add something nav bar, right? I want to add nav bar. This component I am adding to main app component. Okay, it must be imported. So now what I want to do, just I want to start it. First of all, whether I am getting any errors or not, I need to verify that. Is running. it will successfully. You know, we are getting, if you look at this, home, courses, faculty, student, we are getting in the center. Why? Because here in the div tag, that is default class name, already it was given by React feature. So you can remove it. If you remove it, now check this. This is your nav bar, but here you are getting all at the left alignment, right? So I need proper alignment for this. So how to do that? That's why you must provide some padding in the index dot here. Okay. So if you are giving padding, it's better. Padding. Okay. So how much padding you want to maintain? 16 pixels and 32. Okay, left side and top side and everything. At the bottom side, right side. Okay. See now, see the output. Now it is coming. Okay. Top, left, both are having some padding. If you look at it. But here they are all links. They are mixing, right? I need to maintain some gap. So how can we maintain? Actually, on nav tag, we are having. See, if you right click and inspect, if you observe the elements, see this. Here we are having all anchors. Even though I'm using nav link, I'm getting anchor only. But the specialty is you will get some class attribute. Class equal to active. Active class you will get it whenever you are using nav link. If you are not using nav link, if you are using only link tag will not provide this class. Very, very important. Remember. So that's why I'm using nav link here. If I'm using nav link, programmatically we can specify once user clicked specific link. For example, see here I'm clicking home, course, faculty, student. See this. Whenever I'm clicking, it is changing by default some color, whatever it is. Okay. See this. See the address bar. Whenever I'm clicking home, localhost colon 3000. Courses slash courses. Faculty slash faculty. Student slash student. But actually there is no route linked with this link, right? But actually I don't want to keep these links like this. I want to maintain some format. So that's why here I'm giving on nav tab, inside nav only anchors created, right? Whatever nav links at runtime they are creating using A tags only, anchors. That's why nav space A. For that anchors, I'm taking some margin. Margin left I'm taking. That's better. Margin left 16 pixels I'm giving. I'm taking like this. If you check it now, if you look at this, clearly it is maintaining some margins left side, right? Left side. Some margins here, but even though I'm clicking any nav link, but below that by default some underscore is coming, right? But which link clicked by the user? That is what we have to know that, right? Even though I clicked faculty, underline is as it is, and all color also as it is. Okay, we want to change some difference between clicking that route or clicking that link is not clicked link. I want to identify it. How can we identify? With the help of this app. Already I was shown. See this class attribute. For remaining anchors, there is no active because I clicked courses. See the address bar. I clicked courses. That's why for courses only I am getting. If I am clicking faculty, that active is available for faculty, not for courses, not for home, not for school. Remember. So, but based on class attribute value only, it is the identifiable which link is clicked by the user. So that is what programmatically I want to know that, and I want to change some formats of particular link. How it is possible? Same in the nav bar. I want to apply some style for this nav link. You know, I want to apply some link. Okay. So how can we apply here? So just now I told. Okay. I can apply some style, right? For every link, I want to apply some style. So in this style, I will write otherwise simply link style. Okay. This is one arrow function. I want to define some arrow function. Same arrow function I can apply for all the values. You know? Okay. So here is. So one arrow function I want to create it. So generally arrow functions we will write in the JavaScript, right? Above return statement, honest link style. Sorry. Link spelling style. Okay. Why it is not showing? It has to show. Link style. Arrow function syntax already everyone knows about it. Link style. Okay. So see, I told you every nav link created as anchor. That anchor having some class attribute called active. So to point out to that particular class attribute in the React we are having a destructured variable. You must pass it in this arrow function as a parameter like this is active. This is a destructured variable, it is inbuilt variable, which will point out to that particular class variable called active. Is it active or not? So it returns either true or false. Very, very important. So based on that value, I will return some of the format. Okay, I will return some of the format. Okay, so what I want to return is I want to return the format like text decoration, text decoration, one thing, and next one is okay. So two properties I want to return, right? So some comma, I will assign some value, right? Here I am writing text decoration as well as I want to provide some font weight also. Okay, these two I want to provide. So what is the text decoration I want to use it based on the is active parameter. Whatever destructured variable, if it is a true, Is active when it will be true? Whenever user clicks that link. Whenever user clicks that link, I want to apply something. Okay, na? So text decoration, I want text decoration by default. What is the text decoration? Underline. So I want to remove it. How can we remove? Simple. None. If is active, returns false. False means what? User has not clicked that link. So then what I want to do? I want to maintain underline. I want to maintain underline. Okay. So this is first behavior I want to provide. And next one, same is active. If it is a true, means user clicked that link. I want to okay, increase the font weight. Okay, I want to increase it or whatever it is. Increasing means here boldness I want to provide. Okay. Otherwise, I want to maintain as normal text. Normal text. Okay. So that's it. Nothing is there. So this is what I want to do that for every link based on user click operation. Now you come here, see user click to the faculty. So that's why it is bold and decoration also none. If I'm clicking student, if I'm clicking courses, if I'm clicking home, get this. Okay, na? So like this we can use it. Okay, sir. Till now, okay, we have done about only nav bar. Okay, so nothing is there. If you refresh it in the console, we don't have any errors. So it is successfully done. Close it. So this is my nav bar. Okay, na? So now what I want to do, this is my manual nav bar. You can add this nav bar by using Bootstrap, by using app bar. There is a app bar concept in the MUI. You can use it also, not a problem. Okay, here our main agenda is learning how to implement the project. Even though if you have shown like this, you will no problem. Why? Because this is also one of the design, not a problem. Manually also we can design it, right? Okay. So here I am not mapped with any route, right? Till now, just I created the links. Those links having see, every link having some path slash courses, slash faculty, slash student like that. So now what I want to do, I want to create see this in the components folder itself. In the components folder, first I want to create the components which will open when user is clicking that particular link, right? So that's why I'm creating a new file that is home.js. How many components required based on the links? Okay, na? Based on the links, and one more file I'm creating courses.js. Okay, and then new file faculty.js. F capital. Every component starts with a capital. New file student.js. So here I created total 4 components, right? So first home. This is the home component. This is also React functional component. Okay, in the div, just I'm using otherwise directly I can use otherwise directly I'm using typography. You know that typography from where we will get it typography. Okay. So here first add was what type of so this is what I was written in the map of the link can link any link you can map with a route inside app dot ASW. But navbar is the common for every route, right? So don't keep this navbar inside the route. Okay, you have to keep it outside and then followed by now I am going to use the component, it's an inbuilt component which is available in React router. Must be imported. Don't type as the first it must be imported. But in my system, it is automatically importing when I am writing this. You know, if it is not imported, you must write this import statement. Okay. So inside routes, here I am adding set of routes. How to add routes? This is the route. Okay. For this route, here you need to apply two attributes, two blocks. One is path, okay. One is path, one is element. But here path, whatever route I am configuring, the nav bar.js, I have given path. Then why in the nav link you must provide starts with slash. But comes to app.js, no need to start with slash for remaining routes. But for home, you must provide element is okay. You must provide inside curly braces here less than your component. Home component, what is the name? Already there. Home. Already it is home is there. Must be imported. Then you can this number equal to 4. No need to write slash. Then element equal to in curly braces. What is the component? Courses. Close. So this is our component beginning and ending. Here route close. And then one more route. Element equal to within curly braces faculty. Close it. Here I am writing now path equal to 2. Whatever path I am giving, it must be matched with your link. Whatever link you have written in the nav bar, it must be matched, right? So this is it. That's it. These are the routes I configured. Okay. So whatever path I was given, same path it has to. So now see this, we don't have any errors now. Now come here. See this localhost colon 3000 slash means it is the home page. By default, it is executing student management system. Okay, na? So this is courses module, this is faculty module, this is a student module. See the routing, how it is happening. Okay, na? Properly it is doing good, not a problem. So this is what we have to do that. Okay. So up to this task, whatever task I have done, this is completely regarding React routing concept. Okay. And one more concept I want to add it here. So what I want to do, already courses module already implemented, but just I will add whatever codes are given to me. Same code I will just copy and paste into my project. It will be displayed here, not a problem. It is okay. In the break time, I will just copy and paste it here. Otherwise, if you want to know how I am copying and where I am pasting everything, if you want to know that, I will show in the live itself. Not a problem. Okay. So now what I want to do in the faculty module. So what is my aim? I want to perform as an admin. What I can perform generally, I can perform CRUD operation, right? So whenever admin clicks this faculty, here what I want to display, I want to display some sub nav bar. Sub nav bar I want to display here. Some sub nav bar which contains the operations what admin will do. What are those operations I want to perform here? Some add faculty, edit faculty, view faculty, okay na? Delete faculty. So all these operations I want to perform here. So that's why what I want to do. So you can do in different ways. Different techniques are there. Not a problem. But here I want to perform separately by maintaining different links. Okay? So that's why I want to provide one more nav bar, sub nav bar in this module. But I don't want to keep whatever background I was given for the main nav link. I don't want to use same styles for this sub nav bar. But I want to keep it as it is without any background. Okay. So that's why. But here, if you want to do like this concept also, I think already it was covered in our sessions, MSWD sessions, that is nested routing. Understand? So already faculty is one of the route. Under this route, what I want to do, I want to keep sub route. That is also one of the nav bar. that also contains link. When user clicks link, it has to open some task, right? So that's why here I am going to use nested routing concept. So that's why what you need to do, see, in the faculty series here, okay. So in the app.js, okay. In the app.js, whatever faculty module I was taken here, route tag already I closed here, right? Don't close it. Don't close it. It is begin route tag and this is end route tag. Okay. So this is begin and end route tag. So in between, I want to use other routes. What routes I want to take it? That is very important. Understand? So I want to perform how many operations? Thread operations. Add employee, view employees, as well as create. Okay, na? So these four operations I want to perform. So that's why for four operations, four components you must create, right? So that's why in the Explorer, in the components itself, here I am creating a new file. First, add faculty.js. Add faculty.js. It's a component, right? RFC. It's a component. Initially, just I am writing from 32. Yeah. Here I am writing some add faculty. You like this copy. Now I'm creating new faculties or faculty. New faculty. This is also React faculty. Then I'm creating one more file or update faculty. .js. React functional component. Here I'm creating. Then in the components I'm creating for delete. So here it is also. So this is what I want to perform, right? Okay. Okay, add a view, update and delete. Okay, these four components I want to maintain as a sub routes. So here, before configuring the routes, you must create what? Right. In the now bar, the faculty, because whenever user clicks this particular component, so here what I want to do, here I want to display. Now, here I am going to use not nav links. Why? Because I don't want to change was enabled, which was disabled like that. I don't want to say this. Here simply normal links. If you want to use nav links, you can use it. Already we have used it, right? So here I am using only link. Link is available in Reactor router DOM. Okay, you just make sure link is available in Reactor router DOM. Okay, by mistakenly if you have taken this MUI at flash material, in the material also there is a link. Don't use this link. If I am using this link, it will not execute. You will get errors. Remember, not errors. It will not perform any action. It will not link with your route. Remember, that's why React router DOM module related link. Okay, so link to here I am taking. Here I am taking for add faculty. I am using add. Otherwise, add faculty. This is up to you. Okay, add faculty. This is one link. It has to link with the 4 links. I can getting all these things. The faculty company, right? Faculty. These particular names, it must be linked with the routes. Here you can in the routes here, app dot here. Here I am going to what is the link? Add add faculty. Here you can route individual route is which is part of faculty route. Okay, automatically it will take faculty slash add faculty. Path equal to update equal to close it. Then last one. Build success. Nothing is there. The routes are already configured. Very important. In the faculty, there are links. That particular link related route will execute and its resultant output will be rendered into which component? When I click here, it will display this nav. Okay? So this nav, and if I click this particular link, it has to display its output in below that nav bar. Below that nav bar, it has to display, right? Only not required. You know, add faculty. Here, this is the relative absolute part. So I'm giving slash. If I click this, if I click update faculty, see the address all of it. Localhost colon 3000 slash faculty is a parent route. Right? Whenever I click update faculty, it has to be child route of faculty. That means faculty slash update faculty has to become. But what it is being due to that slash, it is a coming back in one direction. Understand? So that's why what we need to here don't use the slash. Okay, not required. Now, if you refresh, right, this is local. See, whenever I click faculty, now if I click add faculty, faculty slash add faculty, view faculty, update faculty, delete faculty. But here, even I click add faculty, in the add faculty already I was typed. In the add faculty there is a message, but it is not displaying, right? This message has to be displayed. Whenever I click this add faculty, that has to be displayed here itself. That means this is a nav bar belongs to faculty route. In the faculty route itself, below this nav, I need to display. Am I right? So that's why. So this is one div. Below that, I am going to use one more div. Whenever I am taking more than one div, you will get a error. You must keep it inside fragment. React fragment. Okay, you keep it React fragment. Just begin empty tag, end empty tag. You will not get any error. So here in this div, okay, what is available in the React? Have outlet in the React router doc. This outlet component will helps you to display the sub-component related information in the same document. Okay, na? The same document means here. You first press enter, it will be imported. Due to this, you will get, for example, refresh it. Oh, faculty. Where I was written, sorry, not here. I told you, right? Where we need to write it in the parent, not here. That's why I'm not getting. This is add faculty. This content where I need to represent in the fact below this nav. I told you just now. Below this nav only. So use React fragment begin and end. Div or here I can use remove that outlet statement from here in the add faculty. Not required. Faculty is not required. Okay. Now if we check this here, the delete faculty, update faculty, view faculty, add faculty. I'm getting right. So just an empty skeleton I created. Empty skeleton. Just with messages, I have done total routing for your part. In the admin side, it is up to the admin side, not a problem. This is one screen. So you can create one more screen for user purpose. Okay. If you want to show only few routing components for the user side. So create those particular components at user. Okay. So that is very important. Based on login, we can decide whether we need to open this screen or that screen. So that in the okay login functionality, we can check it. based on login success or absence. That is very important. Okay, anyhow, this particular now I want to take it in the center. So that's why open that faculty.js. This will look at this. So this is what we need to do. So up to this, everyone first complete it. Once it is done, I will add yesterday's code first directly, and then I will implement my server side faculty code first. Once the server side all functionality is completed, then we will implement client side code. Understand? So everyone, all of you complete it. Now you can take a break. Okay? And you can take the break. After break, I will continue. Thank you. Okay, welcome back, students. So till now, client side only just a skeleton I was created. Now what I want to do, I want to create first server side. Okay. So without server side, you can't do anything from client side, right? So client side, whatever requirements is needed, everything already I was created now. I hope everyone up to this extent, everyone created successfully. If you have any doubts, you just go back in the YouTube. You just directly, if you have any doubts, you just go through this YouTube. Okay. So, but at any cost, by today evening, once you went to the home, you must complete. Okay. Okay. Now, what I want to do, see, first of all, server side code. So, this is client side application. Now, what I want to do, so in the same skill week, I want to create a separate server. Okay. So, how to create server? I think already it was explained by Satish sir. So, now what I want to do, so right click here in the file explorer in the skill week. This is my client application, right? So that's why here I'm going to create one more folder here. This folder name is SMS from server. Okay, this is a server folder. Okay, so see, this is my separate server application. So in this folder, just you double click this folder. Once you come into this folder, from here in this location, you can open separate VS. Better. Why? Because client side code will be there in the one window of VS Code. Server code will be there in other window. Okay. So you can open in the same VS Code itself two folders, SMS and SMS server, but you may get confused. Okay, while modifying any content in the file, which file you have opened, you may get confused. That's why it is better to open in separate VS Code. Okay, so that's why I am opening in separate VS Code. What you need to do, you just double click that server folder. Okay, if you right click here, you can find out open with code. If you are unable to find this, how to open it? In the address bar, select this, you just type this. Okay, so this is my separate VS. Okay, minimize it, close it. You can close the command prompt, also not required now. To open the command prompt only, I was done that. Okay, so now go through the terminal. Open a new terminal. I am inside SMS server. How to create a server application? All of you keep it in your mind. This is the same structure you have to follow. It is the same process for every client or server architecture. Okay. First, you must create a new folder. So from this new folder, here the first step, creating server side application. What to do? Here I am typing. Okay, actually, I was not written steps for the routing. Second step is provide a route. These are you must now. Now steps. Third point is open terminal. Then the fourth step, from the terminal, first command, following command, the command. Yep. This is the first step. Okay. See here. Once you type npm init, it will ask for package. When the default when SMS server. That's why server application name. I don't want to change anything. So that's why keep it is just press enter. Okay. Next name, press enter. Version. Don't do anything. Next name or description also. That's then entry point. That is very very important. Whenever client hits the server, which file it has to be executed first. That is, it is asking you what is the entry point. Okay, in your server, by default it will take index.js if you are not mentioning anything. Okay, no sir, I want to change the name. Okay, you can change it, not a problem. But generally, while implementing, you can use server.js. You can type server.entry point. You just type small letter server.js. Press enter. Next. And then once again test command. Not a problem. You just git repository. Okay. If you are going to upload it into any Git repository, you can give its address. It's not a problem. But now I'm not going to work with any Git. At the end, we will do, on Saturday, we are going to tell all those things. How to deploy to Git and how to deploy to the cloud. Everything it will be discussed on Saturday. You know? That's why. Yep. Meanwhile, you just press yes. Okay. How many enter? Then once again keywords also present. Author also present. Author also present. Then finally license also present. Finally, is this okay? It will ask. Okay. It will ask this. You have to tell why or why yes. Whatever. Okay. Then present. Okay. So here you just why or yes. Not a problem. That's it. So once you do this, automatically what you will get? Package dot package dot it will create initial. This package.json file you can find out what is your package name, what is the version, what is the description, what is the main file. Just now we changed it instead of index.js, we have changed it as a server dot. And then in the script, by default, it will provide some test command. Other than this test command, we are going to add some two more commands for start purpose, for development purpose. Both commands we are going to give it. Okay. So up to this step, everyone to do that. So first of all, okay, here the main point it is saying that server.js. Already I was given while creating your server update, right? So you must create this file in our SMS server. That's why select this SMS server, select this SMS server, and here you can find out new file. So just press enter, the new file server. So in the server.js only we are going to write our server. So server side, what type of technologies we are going to use? That is very what are the packages required. See, we are going to work with server side. How many techniques here? Here we are going to connect with the database. Which database? MongoDB database. So we need Mongo. Mongoose is the package. So this is needed. Okay, na? This is one package. And second one, we are going to write server side code with the help of Express. Express server is very important. Okay, na? And then third one, what is needed here? Body parser. Already it was discussed in the last session. Body parser is one of the package. It is a middleware. We can say that body parser is a middleware. Express is also middleware only. You know? So body parser. And as well as one more is there, cross origin resource sharing. Parse is also one of the middleware. And also we need uh, okay, we must have not only body parser, cars, as well as we need some node mob. It is a development server actually. Okay, for total application, whenever you are doing something, automatically it will be redeployed your application. Okay, so you will watch whatever modifications you have done. Okay? So no need to start repeatedly. Once you start our server, after that, whatever modifications are doing, automatically become redeployed. Very important. So load one is very useful while implementing any React application. Server side React application. Very important. Okay, na? So minimum basics till now we need MongoDB, Express and body parser and cars, node map. That is enough. And other than this, if you are working with any bulk upload like yesterday's module, already we have done with multi-part file uploading. Okay, one CSV file we have uploaded, and also whatever CSV file we have given. Okay, in the CSV file, so many records will be there. Those records automatically converted into JSON format, right? CSV to JSON. Okay, Multer is also one of the very important. Why? Because while working with multi-part file, Multer is also one of the packages. Actually, at server side, these are the required packages. But whatever required, we will use it. But as per our requirement for our total application, we have done Multer one, and one more is seventh one is CSV to JSON. CSV to JSON. You know, so very important. So how to install all the above packages? I space all the packages. Okay, so like that you need to install from command. Okay, So within a single command, you can set all those things. Simply I want to do that here. This is for a client. You know? So that's why the package.json till now we don't have any dependencies, right? Right. Those dependencies will be added to the package.json file. Okay. So this is very important. Now here I am typing npm I express at the same time parse body hyphen parser mongoose. Okay, mongoose. So up to this I'm adding. Once it is done, why? Because so many packages if I am giving, without proper internet, it will take so much of time. So that's why, okay, remaining packages we will do it in the next statement, not a problem. Okay, so press enter. Wait for it. So all of you must install it. Okay. So till now, if you check your package.json file, see the dependencies. Till now I added body parser, cars, express, and mongoose. Right. So now what are needed for our complete? Till now already you implemented courses module also, right? So that's why courses related packages also needed, right? So npm I what needed? CSV hyphen parser multer. Okay. Anything other needed? CSV to what I told? CSV to JSON, right? CSV to JSON. Press enter. Okay. So here, one more is my actually while installing NodeMon, you can see so it's development hyphen F means forcibly I'm installing forcible installation. Hyphen D means development purpose. Okay, so that is optional. npm space space NodeMon enough. Otherwise hyphen D space hyphen F also you can provide. Not a problem. So just press enter. One also will be installed. It will take some time. Now you can check how many dependencies we have. See total. Okay, na? So once it is done, I told you what in the script other than this test, sorry, not only test, we must provide what I told you. What is needed? Dev under start. Dev under start. server. Like here, PM run. Okay. Here, if I want to start my server, you can server.js. It is Norman space server. So to run my server, if you run npm space how can we run dev? Whenever I'm using npm run, it will enter it into script. There it will find out dev. So under dev, what is there? Nodemon space server.js. So directly it comes to server.js. So in the server.js, I will apply some code. Based on the code, it will be start the server, appropriate server, using some port number. So in this server file, I am going to apply some port number. Why? Because every server has to be run and must be unique ID. Understand? Already you know your client application, whatever React application I created, it will be executed at some of the port. What is the port number for client application? 3000. Already you know that, right? So like that for server also, I'm going to provide some port number. Okay, anyhow, how to provide port number and everything comes here. I think already in the previous two sessions, if you observed how we have implemented that server side code, easily you can understand, right? So first of all, we need to create the objects, required objects while writing server side code. Okay. So what are the required objects here? Okay. So first of all, anyhow, from this particular server, we must create an object for express, right? Const express is equal to require of express. This is the first step generally we will write. Okay, na? Okay, now look at this. First express is needed, and then what object? Okay, connecting with database. Also, what is needed? Body parts are also needed. Body, and also what is needed? Parts. Parts also. You know, parts also needed. Cross origin resource. Okay, so okay. Anyhow, create one application object. For total server side, one application object is needed. Yeah. Who will provide it? Who will provide Express one? For Express is there. Using this Express object, you will get app object. Okay? App object. Okay, na? Okay. Okay. So now once app object is created, here I am not going to connect with database first. I want to verify whether server started or not. That's it. Okay, na? So that's why here I am going to listen some app dot listen. Okay. App dot listen having two parameters. First parameter is some port number. Whatever port number, for example, you can give any 4-digit number, not a problem. And second parameter is arrow function. Second parameter is arrow function. So in this arrow function, generally what we will provide some console.log. Okay. So server is running at 5,000. What message function. So this is one. So server is started or not to find out. Just I was written. I was not used any mongoose, body parser, stars, and everything. I was not written anything. So here I want to just run my server. How to run server application? Any problem occurred? So it's giving proper, not a problem. Okay. Now come to our task. See, already I told you yesterday already for 2 days completed that course of part. We have sent to the code. So I need to add that code into this. So first I will add the same code, just copy it. For that, go with our okay. So now see, to keep that code in this particular application, what you have to do already, I think already you know in the previous two sessions, already you learned about all those things. In the server, what I want to do, whenever you want to connect with databases, in the database, generally what will be there? Collection, right? In the collections only documents will be there in the MongoDB database. So those collections have to be point out from our server. So that's why what I want to do, I want to create some model. So in the SMS server, select this SMS server. Here you can find out a folder option. Here I am maintaining some model. Once again, select SMS server, create one more folder, that is a route. This is a very, very important. While implementing any application, you must maintain specific. Okay, so one for models, one for route. Why I am providing this routes folder means, as per my application development from client side, actually different types of modules will access to this particular server, right? So based on modules, I will create every module related different tasks will be there, run operation like create, update, read and delete, right? So to perform all those operations, I will maintain those operations as a separate route. For example, related operation I want to perform. So I can maintain as a separate faculty route, separate courses route, separate students route. So like that. So that's where routes I can maintain as a separately. At the same time, models also I will maintain in the separate. So that's why in the models folder, what I can place already are sent to me. That is a course. Just create one file. Select this models folder, right click and new file. Courses. Dot courses. Dot yes. Here you have to paste the whatever code is sent. Okay. Yeah, this is the code here. What is code? This particular model is so that a collection which is there in the database. Understand? Even though it is not there, it will be created. How here we need mongoose package, and here I'm creating separate schema for the collection. Okay, one variable I'm taking here course schema. This is one object I'm creating mongoose.schema of. For this, I am passing one object. That object contains key value pairs. Whatever required variables in that particular collection, those variables you have to mention. For example, in the courses like here, R has maintained some three variables one: course code, course name, and year. As per the variable name, directly he has assigned the data type also. Okay, so these are the data types. This is the way to create the schema using Mongoose Pack. Once the schema is created, this using the predefined object module, module.export. Module.export is equal to using Mongoose package, you have to call a model method. For this model method, two parameters. First parameter is your collection name. If the name is not there in the database, it will create with the same name. In addition to this name, it will add one S. If there is course schema, it will create it with the course schema. Okay, remember. So this particular name will point out to your schema. That is very. So this is what I have already done in the last session. Once again, okay. Anyhow, course is ready, and also sir has given one route, courses route also. Courses route. Course. The course route that that's so this is the total code what star was. Okay. Okay, anyhow, server side code already ready. This code I want to call from client, right? So this is my client side code. So already in the client side, there is a courses, but initially I was given only heading, right? But I don't want to keep this heading. Here I want to whatever codes are was sent to me, I will keep course charges. This is my client code. Control A, control. Fine. Okay, no problem. Now, see, I think already everything done. Come here. This is our application, right? This home, this code. Now look at whatever codes are have given to me. Same code I copied in my system. Directly, I'm getting it. Okay, na? See, I'm not actually the database I'm having some. I'm not able to get that because at server side, the server that I was not models using that route, all those things, how we can provide the link between this server.js to models and routes, that is very important. We have not written any code, right? Okay, na? We have not written anything. We have to stick. Okay. Here only from the server.js only, we need to load the routes. From the routes, we need to load model. Okay, links we need to provide here. Very, very important. That also already star has taken. But anyhow, once again, I want to write it. Okay. So first of all, what I did, okay, whatever course route star has implemented, I want to create that object. Honest course route. Here I want to create course route. Okay. So how can we create require of okay where it is server.js is available in SMS server main folder, right? The current folder, that means current directory slash where it is available your course route in the routes folder routes slash what is the file name course, that's it. From this course route it will capture the course route object. Very, very important. Once it, uh, here you must connect with the database, right? Okay. So before connecting with the course route, not only here you must provide some uh, middleware for body parser. Okay, na? Middleware for body parser and okay, you must create it. How? From app on the app object. I think already app object created in the previous step, right? App dot use of. Okay. How can we use that middleware? App dot use of. Uh, what is the body parser object? Already we created, right? Body parser. Body parser. Okay. dot JSON, body parser dot JSON. This is the way, and as well as app.use of cars object also use it. So in the app, you must use these two objects, middleware, one body parser, one car. How to use it? Body parser.json car. Okay, na? Okay. Once it is done, and then you can provide the connection with the Mongo. Okay. So MongoDB connection. How can we provide that MongoDB connection? Using some URI, right? Some URI, MongoDB URI. Okay. Mm, some URI, otherwise Mongo URI underscore URI or Mongo URI. From where we will get this connection string? Very, very important. This connection string we will get it from MongoDB Atlas. You must connect with. Very, very important. Okay. MongoDB.com. You will get it from the website. Right? And come here. Here you need to provide control. This is the user I already created. As well as in my system. You know? So this is my URI. Okay. Once captured from that, what you can do now, you must connect with that using Mongoose. Actually, one parameter, second optional. Okay, if you are not giving second parameter, sometimes you may get some errors. That's why we are giving second parameter. Otherwise, it's optional. So, what is the first parameter? Your URI only. Mongo underscore. What is the second parameter? Second parameter is an object. Actually, within curly brace. Within curly brace, you have to pass some key value pairs. What is that? You new URL parser, new URL parser. Okay, that becomes unified topology. Okay, unified topology becomes that's it. So actually, this is optional. This is optional. Second parameter, second update. But anyhow, in future, if you don't want to get any errors, better to give it. That's it. Once Mongoose dot connect, okay, it will connect with the database. I want to check the honest, honest some database object. I need to call it. mongoose dot connection, mongoose dot connection. So whatever connection establishment done in the previous step, that connection I want to retrieve it into my application. How it is possible? Using mongoose dot connection. It will return your test database. Whatever comes, okay, that particular database. So if you are while connecting with the database, you must open the connection, right? While opening, if you get any error, okay, you can display that error message also. Error message. How can we display? Console.error. Bind method is there. Console.error. Bind method. For this bind method, two parameters. First parameter is console, that is one namespace, and second parameter is some connection error message. You want to display that particular message, you can MongoDB connection error like that, whatever it is. MongoDB connection error, simple. That's it. This is what you need to do. If any error occurs, this is MongoDB connection successfully done. Okay, sir. Once MongoDB connection done, I want to use the right courses route in my application. I want to use that particular route with some route means route always have some path. Am I right? Some API. So you must provide first parameter is your path to that route. What I am going to give slash API slash some courses. It's up to you. Otherwise course. It's okay. API slash course, comma. This particular URL will point out to which route. Already you created that route object, right? What is the route object we created? Course route. So it will point out to course route. Just like that's it. You know. So that's it. Once it is done, no problem. Everything done successfully. Whenever I am sending request to client side, it will enter it into this route, course route. In this course route, we have written set of for different APIs, for post request method, for okay, get request method, for a put request method, for a delete. Already it was explained by Satish sir. Is it audible? Is it audible? Yeah. Am I audible? Okay. I think some delay happened due to that. It's live. Okay. Anyhow. Okay. 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 So total code I was done now. Now come to the client side application. refresh it. Now look at this. Previously, I was unable to get all these courses because of I was not written anything in the server side code, right? The server.js. The server.js, without writing all these facilities, it will not connect with database and it will not interact with route. Route will not interact with the model. Okay, what happens? Your data will not come to the client. Now it is coming, right? So total 3 courses are there. If you want to remove anything, already SAR was done this task also, right? If you delete it, it will be removed. Okay, now so everything is done successfully. Okay, so it is done. Okay, this is done. Now in the faculty, I want to whenever I'm clicking this add faculty, I want to generate one form here. I want to generate one form here, and then I will keep one button, right? Save. Once if we click it save, that particular data is saved in the database. Okay, na? So to save in the database, must and should. What is required here for your faculty module? For the faculty module, one more model is required. So you must create that schema first, right? So in the model folder, you have to create a separate file, faculty.js. Okay, faculty.js. Very, very important. Okay, so in this, here I am going to create one schema. How to create schema now? Okay, I think everyone knows in the previous 2 sessions, you already understood how to create schema, right? So that's why here const, what is needed? What object? Mongoose, right? Require of mongoose. Once mongoose object is ready, okay, mongoose object is ready. What is needed? One schema is needed. So you can declare one variable. Honest, what I will do faculty schema. This is my faculty schema. How can we create a new use subject schema? New mongoose object dot schema. This you have to pass one object within open and closed curly brace. Open and closed curly brace. Okay. So here what I can do? Here I can provide some key value pairs. What are the keys? Whatever field names you want to maintain, those particular field names you have to take it here. Okay, na? So here I am taking some faculty ID. Faculty ID, anyhow it is required, right? So faculty ID what type? It's a number type, right? So it will display number. Next, faculty name, which is string, and then uh, faculty DEPT department. Then what you can take some qualification. Here I am taking some qualification. So that is also string. And then qualification designation also we can take, right? Designation, that is also string. And then what is needed? Some email. For login purpose, here I am taking some email. Okay, that is also string only. And then some password. Okay, that is also string. So these are the required fields. Okay, so semi. Okay, once it is done, this is my schema object, right? So this has to be exportable, otherwise it is not possible, right? Module dot module dot. What we have to write it? Exports. I told you, right? Exports equal to using mongoose object. Mongoose object dot model. 2 parameters. Mongoose object dot model of 2 parameters, right? Just subject dot model. Small letter. It's a method. Okay. String comma schema. See the parameter. It is showing the help also. Okay. So first parameter is what I am giving faculty. Okay. So faculty, and this name will point out to faculty first database created success. Okay, this is the schema. So schema is ready, and we need to create the route. Very important. Okay, na? So in the route, I'm going to create some faculty route. Okay, so faculty route. Okay, anyhow, dot base faculty route. This is the route. For route, for anything route purpose, what are the objects needed? First of all, anyhow, server side implementation purpose, express object is needed. Require of express. Okay, express, and at the same time I need my model also, right? Faculty model. Faculty model object is needed, right? Faculty equal to require of where it is available. See, my faculty route is available inside route. If I am writing dot, it will search in the routes folder only, right? But it is not there. My model is there in the outside of route. How can we write it? Two dots. Two dots means, okay, not in the current, in the previous directory. Okay, outside of this current directory. So slash, then only you can find out models folder. If I am giving dot slash, it is not possible to find out models folder. Whenever I am typing double dot slash, then only you are able to find out models folder. Models slash, what is the model name? Faculty. Okay, so faculty object ready. And very important, router object. Router, that's why here we need router object. Okay, how can we create? Okay, router object using express dot automatically router object. Okay, and then for example, uh, I want to store some faculty data into the database. So for that, what we need to create? Generally, storing into the database means which request? Which request we need to create using router object? Router object dot post is required. Very important. Okay, for the post object, must and should two parameters needed. Must and should two parameters needed. What is the first parameter? The endpoint URL path. Already, whenever I am using that particular module in the server.js, you mentioned as, okay, you have not mentioned. Okay, now here what I am going to do in the server.js, like course route, I am going to create my faculty route also. Honest faculty route is equal to require of, okay, where it is available in the server.js, course route is available the same slash routes slash, right? So faculty route object already came. Same faculty route object I am going to use it in the app like course route. Here only I am going to use it. I feel like, you know, if from the client side, whatever endpoint you want starts with the slash, it will link it with the. So this is what we have. So first to comes into the faculty route, user has to provide from client side slash API slash get. So directly it will come from that. For the post method, here I'm sorry. Here I'm giving, okay, that's it. So whenever he is applying some post method, see Whenever we are sending the data to the server, if server is in mode, it will directly go to the server and it will be inserted. Okay. If server is not there, it has to wait. Method. You have to pass one arrow function which is asynchronous. Which is asynchronous. Very, very important. Okay. Okay. So anyhow, so here we have to pass second parameter as a arrow function only. But this arrow function must be asynchronous function. That is very important. The thing. Okay. For this arrow function, two parameters required. That is request and response. So whatever data coming from the form, it will comes into the request dot body. Understand? Very important. Okay. So that particular body information we have to pass to the faculty. It's a model object, right? It's a model object. To this model object, we need to pass whatever data coming from the form, right? So, and we need to create that model object here. How it is possible? You can use try catch blocks. Why? Because this is database operations. Whenever you are getting any problem, you must handle it, right? So, in the try catch blocks, only we can handle it. So, in the try block, what I am doing, okay, honest faculty is equal to new faculty. It is a model object. New faculty of, for this I am passing request dot body. The form data will be there here only. Okay, na? So whatever faculty object it is created, and I will call faculty model object dot save. Okay, faculty dot save. Okay, na? But this method must be a white method. Whenever I am using a arrow function as a synchronous function, you must call this await. Combination of async and await only eligible, otherwise you will get errors. Very, very important. Once it is saved successfully, you have to send some response. Using the response object, you can maintain some status. If it is successful, generally you will give either 200 or 201, whatever status scores. 200 plus means success of status score. Okay, dot JSON. Okay, dot JSON of your that's so in the error also response dot status of some client error means 400 dot JSON of, okay, some JSON object I am passing, that is message, okay, message parent some dot, that's it. Okay, na? So this is common. The catch, This is postman. But in the router, we have done some problem. Faculty route. This is router. Yeah, this is okay. Once post method is done, what we have to do? Finally, your router also has to be exportable. Then only it will be useful, right? Okay, na? Module dot equal to route. Okay, if it is not exportable, you cannot import it in the server.js. In the server.js, already I am creating that object, right? Faculty route. This faculty route I am using here, where in the 25th line. So that's why in the previously I am getting some error. Okay, here I am getting some error, right? In the server.js 25th line. Okay, because that particular whatever router I created, it must be exportable. Then only we can import it in somewhere else. Okay, na? So this is what. Okay, anyhow, this is server.js and this is faculty route. In the faculty route, just I created only for adding purpose. Okay, now already server is in start mode only. It is server is starting mode. I want to check it whether this functionality is working fine or not. You know, so how it is possible? You know already. Without client application, if you want to check your side, what is the client application already available? Already you have everyone already installed, right? Postman. So you have to open this Postman application. Open this Postman application. It will take some time due to network. Allow access. See this here. Already you know how to pass the data to the server side from Postman. Here you can find out this body. Here this is the body, and this is a raw, and here it is a JSON. You have to set. Already we have done it, but anyhow, this is the information I was taken in the schema. Okay. Okay. This is the schema. So whatever fields I was taken, with the same fields you have to enter. Already see this. This is my application. We are already in the browse collection. In the test database, faculties table is there. Faculties table is there. Any records are there? One, two, three records only there. Okay, no problem. Three records, that too, the ID is 3920. But now what I want to give, this is 4654, not a problem. It's a new record. Okay, here I am giving all the details. key value pairs within curly braces, as an object, key value pairs we need to pass. But what is the request method we have to use it? The post request, what is the URL we have to pass it? HTTP colon localhost, my port number is 5000, and our faculty route will be opened when I pass the endpoint URL as /AP/faculty and then slash. So you just press send button. Once I press the send button, if you observe here, in the response, I passed my total faculty object as per my code. As per my code, in the faculty route, in the post method, in the response, what I sent, total faculty object. So that's why in the faculty object, total information will be there, right? Total information already coming here. If you want to check it in the database, whether it has stored or not, already 3 records, just now we have seen. Okay. If you refresh it, you refresh it, see the document. The test database, faculties 4. Faculties are 4. Okay, you check, if you want to check it, it will come. 1 of 4. Just now I inserted 465. Total information is done. So successfully it is done. Okay. So once it is done successfully, what you can do, this functionality you can implement from client side. From client side, this is my client side. Here there is a add faculty.js. In this H2 tag, what you can do, here you can do, okay, it is okay, add faculty will be there, not a problem. But below this, what you can do, you can create separate input prompt. You can create either by using or by using HTML. But here tomorrow, started now, it will not finish. I'm going to start with the R. While coming to the task, everything. Okay.